It's now my pleasure to introduce you to Lucas Graham, CPS class of 2014. Lucas will introduce our Community Champion Award winner and Lucas's mom, Tonnetta Graham.
She had to say 2014 out loud, I ain't gonna lie. Got me feeling geriatric, I don't know. For those of you who don't know, my name is Lucas Graham, and I am a former alumni of Community Partnership School, and I recently found out of 2014, because I forgot, I'm not gonna lie. CPS, Community Partnership School. Where has the time gone? It seems like it was just yesterday that I would get a ride up to the Honick Learning Center and wait to get buzzed inside those building doors. Who here remembers the Honick Learning Center? Started from the bottom, now we here. Ain't that something? My experience with the school is nothing short of excellent. So much so that it is unfathomable to realize that I could have went anywhere else, but instead I decided to come here. CPS gave me a unique learning experience that I have not gotten anywhere else. The small class sizes led to a very intimate learning environment with myself and my peers, as well as the teachers as well. Every last one of my teachers cared about their students greatly. They took the extra time to prepare quality lessons, like making ice cream out of dry ice. Who remembers that? Yeah, that dry ice is fun. As well as getting firsthand, being able to touch equipment from the Civil War. At CPS, the staff treated us not just like we were students, but like we were their extended family. All this to say, CPS is like no other school. I mean, who else is still in contact with their elementary school? What about middle school? What about high school? So it's really good to see that everybody here is still out here and still is connected, even with that alumni network. Even after students left the nest of CPS, it still seems as that we are still a part of that family. The school went out of its way to make sure that there was a massive parent involvement, so much so that making it so that way every parent was able to form a relationship with each other outside of the school. One of those parents who was always involved was my mother, Tonnetta Graham. Tonnetta, or mom, let me be polite here, my mom took it to the next level, not just as a community leader, but as a community champion. She's always been a part of CPS events and eventually took a spot on the CPS board. My mother always paid close attention to my education, often using her former experience as a teacher to help me in my academic journey. The principles that she instilled in me are a big part of my success today. Her drive and determination reflected onto me. Recently, I was given the University of Pittsburgh Office of Fraternity and Sorority Life's Rising Star of the Year. Here we go. And I was given that award for all the work that I've done as president of my fraternity, the Beta Epsilon chapter of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. Who's to say I learned it from the best, right up there. There is no one that I would rather have in my corner. Thank you, Mom, for all the work that you've done for the city of Philadelphia, the community, and Community Partnership School, as well as me. Thank you very much.
Y'all trying to get me, huh? Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I've been blessed this year to have like a couple honors, but this one by far is the best. Thank you, son. I know like all good gifts come from above, and you are definitely God sent, and thank you. Definitely are a gift to me, and I just know one day, I'm going to return the favor. I'm going to be up here, and I'm going to introduce you for an award. I just know that. I just feel that I'm speaking that now. Do y'all believe that too? Oh, wow. So, I love CPS, and every tree, has roots. And it was important for not only my family, whose roots were in the South, came up to Philadelphia, made Philadelphia their home, Strawberry Mansion in particular, and been in a community, built community with family, friends, and neighbors. I had a sense of community growing up. I was raised by that village. And I wanted to make sure, as those roots strengthen me, that I do the same thing. So, growing up, knowing and being loved and being affirmed, I wanted to make sure that my family was affirmed. And I didn't start out with Luke because I had Luke late. So I have my nephew's son here, and I can't see him. Ricky, where you at? Stand up, my nephew's son. There you go. Whose daughter is actually a student at CPS now. So I practiced on him. So, blame me. I practiced on him before Luke came. But I always wanted them to have a strong foundation and be proud of where they are. And unfortunately, in our day and age, sometimes your zip code determines, or people want your zip code to determine how far you can go. But I'm proudly from the 19132 zip code. And I always skew the data. Every time they say something, I'm like, I messed the data up. I messed it up. But it was important not only for my family, but everybody's family who live in those communities, one in Strawberry Mansion and in Brewerytown and in underserved neighborhoods, to know that their zip code does not define who they are, that they are worthy of quality education like CPS. They are worthy of all the opportunities that are available to any student and anybody that can accomplish anything as long as you put your mind to it. So I was, happy to find CPS. CPS was a godsend for me, and I purposely stayed away from board stuff. I didn't do anything. I was just a parent. I purposely did that because I wanted it to be about him. I wanted his education to be about him, and I just wanted to be supportive. But don't you know, the day after he graduated, I was at the meeting for relocation. I said, I got to help them stay in this community. I have to help them build some roots in this neighborhood because we need to see institutions like CPS. So I got on the committee, and I was like, what y'all doing? Oh, y'all trying to move? Okay, let me tell y'all, this is what y'all need to do. And I'll never forget that conversation when we were worried about where we were going to locate, and they was looking at certain buildings. And I made a phone call, and, the board was like, we're going to look at these different locations. And I called Jocelyn. I said, listen, if y'all want to be on Glenwood Avenue, lock that down now. Trust me. And that was it. So I'm just excited that CPS decided to lock down at Glenwood, yes, in our community. Plant your roots in this community, and you're helping so many people, so many families take pride in themselves and their education, and you're helping all these other families, especially the ones that live in 19121 and 32 in and around the school. They're going to be the ones, like myself, who's going to skew the data when they talk about Strawberry Mansion and Brewerytown. So thank you guys so much. This is an Adida honor. Appreciate you all. Thank you.